Walter and I have just unearthed some incredible archaeology. We discovered this. Look at that, Walter. That is just awesome. Look at this. Is this an animal form? Here would be the eye right here. Some form of head coming down, but with a raised cranium, a dip, and then the raised back. What do you think, Walter? Honest?
I think it's weathering. I found a cross in the trees.
So this represents both the Virgin Mary and Chia, the goddess of the moon from the old religion. We have discovered another sacred site. The team is at the entrance to the Tikisa Valley, the royal valley of the ruling Zipa of the Muiscas between about 800 and 1500 AD. This hilltop was then reused by the Spanish conquistadors as a taxing station, where they taxed everything coming in and out of the royal valley. Walter's up here, metal detecting. We have permission from the landowner, so we're breaking no rules, and I'm following him with the spade. Walter and I have discovered this built-up wall right at the top of the entrance to the Tikisa Hill and the Camino Real. Are these registering iron, Walter? They're very orange.
No, but I suspect they are just because of that color, like you just mentioned.
And this hill is crested with this built-up wall, which has used a lime mortar cement to bind the stones. So we can suspect that this is probably colonial, maybe even from the 16th century, from the arrivals of the conquistadors themselves. A very rare thing to find, especially up on the top of a mountain. We discovered this, a rectangular structure at the top of the hill, and you can see that a channel's been cut out here in the rock, allowing perhaps water to flow down the hill to the settlement, which Jeff and Jennifer are metal detecting. There's a nice right angle, and the building extends to there, the foundation.
Walter, I found a cross in the trees. It's clearly a grave, so we can't touch it. We shouldn't really metal detect around it, but it's a really interesting positioning because it's at the top of the highest point at the entrance to the Tikisa Hills, which shows that people have venerated this spot for a long time. It's made of marble. Well, this is clearly a modern Christian shrine showing the Virgin Mary. When the Muiscas adopted Christianity, they favoured Maria because she's seen standing on a crescent moon. So this represents both the Virgin Mary and Chia, the goddess of the moon from the old religion, which indicates that this could have been a sacred site for lunar worship. So we're going to look round and behind this shrine all across the hilltop. Walter, this is all unexplored, so just follow that path round and call me if you see anything at all. Walter, look at that huge stone wall. Look at the size of the stones in that wall. Those are enormous. Look at this. That is just awesome. Look at the way they've all been jigsawed together. Look at that beautiful lay there, where this triangular block has been cut to perfectly fit that section. A round stone there. This is the one, Walter.
Walter and I have just unearthed some incredible archaeology. A 1 metre deep stone wall and about a metre, even a metre and a half high in some sections. Now these aren't adobe bricks, these aren't modern Spanish stones. These are quite clearly in the megalithic category, meaning each stone can weigh up to maybe half a ton each. Some of these big base stones are half a ton. So this suggests it's a border wall separating two Muisca territories, and we are at the top of the mountain here with the traditional Cajica Muisca territory there and the Tabio Tenjo Muisca territory here, and this wall leads up to the point on the Camino Real where the Chia, Tabio and Cajica territories all meet. So I'm almost convinced that this is an indigenous territorial wall right here, lost in the forest. Look at the size of these here. It sections off this flattened area here, as if this is some kind of enclosure. Look at how far the wall goes, Walter. It continues up. Look! It goes the whole way along and up into that hill.
To follow it.
Oh yeah. Follow the yellow brick road. And just down from the wall, about 10 metres, is a really long, thin stone that seems to form part of a enclosure with another set of massive stones here. This is like a rectangular area, one boulder in the middle. Well, I never. Is this an animal form? Is that an eye? Here would be the eye right here. Some form of head coming down, but with a raised cranium, a dip, and then the raised back. That hole right there being the only hole is why I'm interested.
Sure.
And it's got the raised bump above what would maybe be the eye. See it here?
The eyebrow.
The eyebrow. Pure speculation, but what do you think, Walter? Honest?
I think it's weathering. This piece right here, it looks like I could pull that out, and it might look just like that. I'm not going to pull it out because I want to destroy what we got here. But the way this thing is broken up, I think if I pull this lump out, it may replicate something that looks just like this. So, just a thought.
Yeah, I think we can put this down to pareidolia. The boundary wall is behind us. Walter's just found what looks to be a dugout well. And we are right on a plataforma overlooking La Peña de Huayca, the sacred lunar mountain named after Huitaca, the youngest of the triple moon goddess Chia. So that suggests we have discovered another sacred site. Only the one big hole or well in this entire forested area that we've explored.